In this video, I'm going to be discussing 3 tips on how you can level up your life, increase your success, and just run the race of you
50.65 is the existing world record
against you. So if you are interested in this, then just stay tuned. Have you ever looked at your friends, your family, your loved ones, or even celebrities and wondered, how is it that they're always leveling up? They always seem to have it together. The kids go to the best schools. They have the best clothes. They drive the best cars. Then you find yourself competing. You find yourself comparing. And then you're wondering why. Why isn't my life leveling up like theirs? And why am I not having the same success that they're having? In this video, I'm going to be sharing 3 success tips from the 2-time Olympian gold medal winner, Sydney McLaughlin Levrone. Her story is amazing, and she's going to be coming out with a new book, From Fear to Faith. And I cannot wait to get that book.
Set.
This is the race of the night. Sydney McLaughlin done with what she has to say yet. Sydney McLaughlin Levrone on the far turn. Sydney McLaughlin is clearly ahead of Fenkable. I'm going to give you a time to watch. 50.65 is the existing world record.
The art of becoming more. I was inspired to make this video after watching the Olympics. And I saw Sydney McLaughlin Levrone. She broke her personal best world record from 2020. She did it again in 2024. The famous speaker Jim Rohn said, in order to have more, you have to become more. If you became more, what could you accomplish? What could you build? What could you create? If you were so focused on yourself more and be less focused on your competition, how far would you be by now? How much more could you become? Would you be a better husband, a better wife, a better mother, a better father, a better friend? Would your business be better? Would your YouTube channel be better? Would your finances be better? Would your budget be better? Tell me, how could you be better? If we were focused internally and more personally, how much better could we be? Oftentimes we get so distracted by what other people are doing, what other people are saying, and how other people are living that we completely forget our own assignment, or worse, we forget our own magic. Before I get into the 3 tips that I have for you today, make sure you stay to the end so you don't miss out on any one of those tips. Let me just start out by saying this. We need to get over the hurdles of the race of you against you.
I came in dead last. When you know the plan and when you understand why, you don't have to listen to any of that.
The first hurdle is fear and limited beliefs. We often measure our success by comparing ourselves to other people. But what if the true race wasn't against other people, but the race was with the person who you were yesterday? Throughout Sydney's career, she faced moments of doubt and she had so much fear. Would she ever be good enough to stand amongst the greats? And we too are like Sydney sometimes, especially I am. I compare myself. I see other YouTubers in the YouTube sphere. I'm on my job. I see other leaders looking like they're leading from a greater place. However, I know that I have a greater compass inside of me, but that doesn't stop me from comparing myself. We are all human and we have some sort of self-doubt. Doubt can be paralyzing. It can be paralyzing to anyone. But instead of letting the fear grab hold of her and define her, We need to be more like her. We cannot let fear define us or hold us back. We need to push through the fear and run to our divine destiny. We need to see the obstacles and the hurdles as opportunities and not just obstacles. They need to be opportunities to better ourselves, one jump at a time. It's not about how well we compete against other people, but how well did we do compared to ourselves yesterday? We have to get to the point where we're striving to get better day by day, minute by minute, hour by hour. We need to look at the obstacles or setbacks that we face, like Rumi says. The wound is the place where the light enters. This is some profound insight. It reminds us that our greatest growth comes from within, not without, from battling our own limitations and our own fears. The real challenge lies in confronting ourselves, pushing past the obstacles we place in our way. Sometimes those obstacles are other people. There are bad past decisions. They are our own laziness, our own inhibitions. But if we move those out of the way, we could emerge stronger. The Bible says, what was once meant for bad, God meant it for my good. So guess what? It's all good. It's not about how better my house is or how better my car is. It's not about my job, my brand, or how better I think my family is compared to someone else's. I mean, look, we all came to this earth with nothing, and with God's grace, we're going to all leave and transition with nothing. So what's truly important is how we treat ourselves, how we learn and grow, how we treat others, and how we love others. Our true success is measured by the progress that we make day by day, minute by minute, while we're here and with what we've been given. This side of heaven is our school. It's our test. It's our relational schooling ground where we can learn the life lessons to see how well we treat others. And the true measure of success is how well did we grow? Now, getting back to Sydney McLaughlin Levrone, she embodies the mindset of growth, personal development, and having self-competition. Her story isn't just about winning races, but about the relentless pursuit of self-improvement. And that's what my channel is all about. It's about building your mind, building your brand, building your body, building your better self. Of course, Sydney had talent. She grew up with it, even from a young age. But what I learned from studying her was her ability to focus on herself and not others. She understood that the real race was not against somebody else. It was against her own personal best. You see, this leads me into tip number 2. Focus on growth and not on groups. This mindset that Sydney had allowed her to channel her energy into improving herself, undistracted by what others were saying, what others were doing. She was only concerned about her camp. She could care less about their achievements, yes, be happy and grateful for the successes of others, but don't let it become a distraction or depressant for you, especially with social media. Social media constantly bombards us with images of achievements and what other people are doing, leading us to feel inadequate and sometimes left behind. But as waynedyer says, one of my mentors, he said, when you judge another, you don't define them, you define yourself. When we focus too much on others, we lose sight of our own journey. So focus on yourself. Number 3, mute the masses. Now, what do I mean by this? Mute the masses. Well, I say don't be distracted. The noise of other people's opinions, I call it OPP, other people's perceptions, OPO, other people's opinions. I mean, it could be overwhelming. We need to master the art of tuning people out, tuning them out, not being nasty and like literally tuning them out, but just tuning out those things that do not concern us and that keep us in the competing and comparing cycle. Her success wasn't about being the fastest woman in the world. It was about being faster than she was yesterday. That focus kept her on track. It kept her unaffected by the noise around her. It kept her in a powerful mindset. It was a reminder that her true progress, it came from focusing on her own path, setting her own personal benchmarks, and surpassing all of them. Now, here's what you've been waiting for. The 3 tips to win the race of you versus you. Number 1, have a target goal. What do I mean by target goal? First, set a big goal. Then break the big goal down into micro goals, small goals. Big goals sometimes can feel like it's too much. It can feel overwhelming. But when you do small things, small achievable things, it builds momentum and then it builds your confidence. You can win a race one leg at a time. Number 2, have a plan and have a process. We've all heard the term before, without a plan, you plan to fail, and proper preparation prevents poor performance. But I say this, embrace the process, not just the outcome. Make the plan, but also be flexible. When you love the process, then you'll love the outcome, and the outcome will flow more naturally. Number 3, and this is the best one. This race and Sydney's story reminded me that my success isn't predicated on my past, nor predicted by others. My success is predicated on my positive mindset and my persistence and my willingness to press towards the mark of me versus me. The only person you should strive to be better than was you yesterday. In the end, it's just you versus you, and that's a competition worth winning. Finally, in life's race, the only finish line that truly matters is the one you set for yourself. Set a target and go for it. The greatest victories are the ones we win against ourselves. So stop comparing your journey and your life to somebody else's. And guess what? Remember this. The grass is always greener on the other side till you realize the amount of manure that's under the grass that it took to make it green. If this video has blessed you in some way and you are encouraged to grow and to develop yourselves, make sure you check out my other videos on my playlist. I'll leave a card here. Mondays will be about mindset and personal development, and Wednesdays we are going to be going over my YouTube channel growth. I will be sharing tips and tricks with you so you can also grow on this journey. Goodbye.